everyone, GadgetGirlKylie here, and welcome to a brand new reaction video. So apologies, I look a little bit rough today. I'm actually feeling like garbage, but I'm here and I'm going to be live after this as well. I'm watching the TGS2020 announcement from Capcom. As you can see on screen, it's supposed to include Resident Evil Village, Monster Hunter Rise, and Monster Hunter Stories. I believe this is day one. I think there's going to be more content tomorrow, which I will be recording to and reacting to as well. The chat has kind of been crazy already. We've got Arex, we've got Gaijin, we've got all sorts of Monster Hunter creators in the chat, so it's been really, really hype waiting for this to start. So yeah, apparently tomorrow is going to be the new gameplay. I don't know. I hope we're not trolled for this, because my concern is normally I'm supposed to go live right when this is actually going up. Actually, 2 PM UK time is when I go live, but I've had to postpone my stream for this, and I'm hoping we get some new stuff revealed, because I'll be annoyed if I postpone my stream and it's just replaying the trailers with no new content, which, knowing my luck, is probably what's gonna happen. But here we go nonetheless. I'm excited for this. So yeah, what am I hoping for in these TGS reveals? I'm hoping for new monsters to be revealed. We've seen Anjanath and we've seen Legiana, and we've seen a couple of other like minor herbivore monsters and stuff like that. But I'm hoping for some new monsters, new areas and maps to be revealed, new armors, and hopefully for some confirmation on mechanics of stories too. Pretty much the same thing for Monster Hunter Rise, really. I'm hoping to see new armors, some new monsters, more gameplay, you know, what new kind of like stuff we're getting for the weapons and things like that. So that is mainly what I'm excited for. I don't think they're gonna like reveal absolutely loads on these TGS events, but I think it's gonna be a nice little like starter, a little sampler of content anyway. But yeah, I didn't want to risk not watching this and then, you know, people coming into my stream like last time and telling me that new content's been revealed. So here we are, we're going to react to it anyway and watch it live together. 78 seconds to go. Let's go. The chat is going wild. Let me post some stuff in the live chat right now. There we go. Let's do it. Let's get some hype. Get some hype going. I hope the volume levels are okay. It's been a while since I've recorded a react on YouTube, but hopefully you guys are excited. So yes, we've also got Fatalis next week, which Fatalis has kind of been overshadowed a little bit by these Monster Hunter Rise and Stories 2 announcements and also TGS going on. But I'm still excited for Fatalis. If you want to check out the gameplay, guys, I'm going to be on Twitch, GadgetGirlKylie on Twitch. Check out the link down below in the video description. I will be cosplaying as a dragon, Black Dragon, Fatalis cosplay for that particular stream on October 1st, which is Thursday, the 1st. So that'll be next week, guys. So everything's arrived, everything's ready, and I'm super excited to cosplay Fatalis on the Fatalis release stream. So I hope to see you guys in the stream and in the live chat. 2 minutes to go. Oh my god. Hang on a second. Has that increased now? I'm so confused. God, the suspense is killing me. What's people saying in the chat? Let's go, Resident Evil 8 gameplay. There were people in the chat earlier saying that maybe we'll get trolled with like an hour's worth of Village content and no like Monster Hunter Stories 2 or Rise content. I'll be so pissed if that happens, honestly. I will rage. Here we go. Let's do it. Full screen mode, dig in the music, Hopefully it's not too loud. I might turn it down just a little smidgen. There we go, that's better.
Hello everyone, welcome to TGS2020 Online Capcom Special Program. We're about to begin. So my name is Taguchi, and I will be your MC for this portion. So sorry, I will be Taguchi, and I will be your MC for this portion.
So this is translated live, which is hard.
Guests from Capcom's development team who are ready to share with us some announcements regarding titles Resident Evil Village and Monster Hunter Rise.
Yay!
Wow, look at all the comments. So let's start with the first title. We'd like to call tonight's guest to the stage. So over here, could you introduce yourselves? Hi, my name is Tsuyoshi Kanda, and I'm one of the producers for Resident Evil Village.
Which I'm excited for, because I'm a Resi fan now.
For everybody watching, thank you for watching tonight. Next up.
Shout out to our viewers in Japan and all over the world.
That was
Shout
in English,
out!
but his name is Peter Fabiano. Wow, look at all the comments. Everybody's really excited to kind of see the information that we're going to unveil tonight. So, what should we start with?
It's gonna be Village first. Look at the backdrop. It's Village first.
So, today we'll be talking about Resident Evil series, especially Resident Evil Village. So, we want to start by talking about Biohazard Village. Here's the latest trailer for those who may have missed it.
Which I've already seen. I am excited. I am a Resi fan now. I completed 7 and also 2. I've played a lot more Resi in more recent days, so I'm definitely going to be interested in checking this out.
Move. Chris? What the hell? Take him away.
Take him away. I love where it's set. It just looks so creepy.
In life and in death, we give glory.
Creepy Nana voice.
For us all. They're coming again.
Oh.
Mia.
Nope.
Quit being so paranoid. Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work.
This bit is very Tim Burton-esque, I
The
feel.
woods greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
Ooh. This looks so scary. I think this is going to be scarier than 7.
It's just a local tale.
It's just a tale. Don't be afraid. But it looks so scary. I love the logo that they've done for Village as well. It looks so good.
If it's just looking, window shop away.
What are you buying? What are you selling?
Wow, that was so scary, right?
Yeah. I think
Looking at
so.
all the comments, it seems like everybody is like, wow, that was really cool. So, thank you. So, including videos, we have a lot more information to show you today. So, we thought we'd start with a summary and some other information. To start with, this game's story takes place several years after Resident Evil 7.
Yeah. I thought so.
Just like RE7, players assume the role of Ethan Winters, who's now living peacefully with his wife Mia.
Not for
So
long.
that peace that he is living with his wife is shockingly shattered by Chris Redfield, who helped Ethan in the previous game. So after watching the trailer, I'm sure players are left wondering what Chris's motives could be, and how this changes the dynamic between the characters from RE7. We can't disclose any secrets today, but we'll continue to provide more information in the future.
Yeah, it's too early anyway.
So in terms of the setting, as the
surprise
title
me.
implies, this game takes place in a desolate, snowy village where all sorts of drama unfolds. So, interesting thing about this game is the village plays a central role, so much so that it can be considered another main character. And here we get a look at some of the creatures that have taken root in the village.
It's like werewolfy type creatures.
As seen in the trailer, they move fast, they're very violent, and they sometimes hunt in packs. They'll become even tougher when they're organized and coordinating their offensives.
Or maybe just behave similar to werewolves.
Village, there are various residents that the players can expect to encounter along the way. So what sort of story is going to be waiting for you with all these interesting characters in Village? So we'll have more details about this as well, but you can look at the pictures that we have and kind of come up with your own ideals.
Well, the guy on the left is the shop guy.
So everything looks really cool, right? Like, just seeing it brings up all these kind of interesting, makes me imagine all the cool things that are going to be happening in this game. So, is there anything else you can show us tonight?
No!
So, yeah, we have something that we haven't shown anybody yet.
Yeah, new stuff! New stuff, hi!
With Pete and with the director Sato and with the art director Takano. So please take a look.
Beautiful,
so
terrifying.
So a very beautiful but scary.
I don't envy the translator's job, honestly. It's hard to translate live, especially when people are talking so fast.
For Resident Evil 7, we initially thought of Ethan as a character who would just act as a camera for the player, a sort of blank slate for the cam to project themselves onto. But from a story perspective, we realized it would be better to make Ethan Winters a character onto himself. And, like, we really ended up liking who Ethan became, and we wanted to know what happened to him after Resident Evil 7, like what sort of life he would lead. So we started thinking that for the next stage, the protagonist really couldn't be anybody else but Ethan, and we figured this all out at a pretty early stage.
Sweet. I don't mind that. I didn't mind Ethan.
Was just as terrifying as Resident Evil 7, maybe even scarier.
It looks scarier to me.
Something you'll probably notice that's different from that game is that we changed the lighting a lot from what you saw in Resident Evil 7. You probably noticed that if you watched the PV. And we think we really hit a good distance and made a terrifying and beautiful village.
From that title, and really grew them in scale for Resident Evil Village. Not only did we up the graphics and elements of survival horror, but we focused on making the world and the atmosphere all around it feel both beautiful yet terrifying.
Well, I think you've nailed it.
So when we were making Resident Evil 7, we thought, is this still scary? We decided that in terms of game design, we would go back over everything that we did, and you can keep this in mind. We'd go back and we'd kind of reverse we'd rethink all the logic we used in the previous games and try to make a really, terrifying game. So compared to RE7, Village is a bit more catchy, a bit more easy to pull yourself into. That's one of the primary concepts we kept in mind when creating the game. Now, in terms of visual beauty and the weight we gave to it, I really left it all entirely in the capable hands of art director Takano. As Village's director, I tried to think about the feel of the game, like what are the emotional moments, where's the terror, where's the beauty, where's the cruelty, where are all these feelings, and thinking about all that sort of stuff is my main job, what I consider my main job when I screen this game. Now, when we think of the word village, it evokes a sense of closeness, of a small, tiny place. But when you look at what you've built Village to be, it's sort of a colossal distance. It's got this colossal distant feel to it. We wanted to give it a sense of oomph, a very sense of reality. So we did our best to make the mountains around the village look as fantastic as possible, to really give it a wide open vibe. We wanted players to walk through the world and be like, whoa, I didn't think of what I could actually go here, and wow, this is so cool and everything.
Oh, so there's gonna be like lots of different nooks and crannies. That's cool.
So we thought a lot about how to create a game that you can make your own approach to, where you could figure out your own solutions to problems you face. This is something we decided to do a lot more with this game.
Look at
So you have a lot more
this!
freedom than in RE7. We want players to experiment,
Wow,
to figure out things that work for them.
so ornate that was.
We want everyone to think of Resident Evil Village as a horror movie that you can play.
That's what I felt like 7 was, honestly. Like 7.
Time to fully explore the detailed environments and the fully designed set pieces. The only way that you could make it any more immersive, I guess, is to scan yourself and put yourself in the game.
Where did you find this guy? Hey.
I did the VR experience actually. That was super scary. But yeah, 7's my favourite so far. Resi.
Dark, cold silence.
It's the one that got me proper into it.
And into the forest deep.
What is it with that creepy story?
It's just a local tale.
まあ、本を使った理由はですね、すごくいろんなバラエティに富んだ作品になる
a storybook in Village because we had a huge variety of things that we included in the game. We realized later that it would be hard to summarize all that, and players might get confused and think, you know, what's this all about?
That's quite cool
That would
though.
be, you know, not ideal. So we came up with this one storybook that would sort of summarize everything for people so they can understand the whole picture of the game.
To get the full experience. All the little touches and ideas that the designers add are fully realized and come together once you make it through the entire game.
Wouldn't it be cool if, like, with a collector's edition, you got the book with it? The storybook.
Village to me is...
僕はやっぱりそうですね、イーサンっていう一人の人間の
this kind of story of Ethan, this one guy.
イーサンっていうそのキャラクターの一つの、イーサンのすべてを描き切る作品だと思ってます。
So probably the entirety of who he is just kind of brought into a one single game.
っていうのを最後まで見届けたいと。
For the Ethan Winters that we created in Resident Evil 7, I wanted to see where his story ended up. And I think that's kind of one of the main centerpieces of Resident Evil Village.
Is this gonna finish off, like, Ethan's story then fully, I wonder? Like, just bear with me a second, I need to pour myself some more drink before the Monster Hunter stuff. There we go.
Wow, that was really cool. Oh man, look at all these really nice comments. Some of these comments are like, let Ethan have like a peaceful life, come on.
Leave Ethan alone!
If you watch the video we just showed, you can probably see what sort of survival horror we're trying to make with Resident Evil Village. We're hard at work on Resident Evil Village, so and we're doing everything we can to deliver an amazing game, so stay tuned for more information.
Yeah, I want to see more about the creatures that hunt
one more
Impact.
thing to report.
Werewolves.
While Resident Evil Village is being developed specifically for next generation consoles and PC, we're looking into delivering the experience on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One as well.
That makes sense. That's a smart
We're
move,
looking into
honestly.
it, but we can't make any promises.
I hope so for Resi fans out there that can't get next-gen consoles right away. Fingers crossed for you guys.
However, we will do our best in creating a top-tier survival horror experience on current generation consoles. Hopefully we'll be able to share some more good information.
Well, I'm more excited now
really
for that.
Right? So keep tuned for more information on this front. So that is going to be it for information on Biohazard Village, but I hear we have some more information to share with everybody from something else. Yes, we have the 25th anniversary of the first Resident Evil coming next year on March 22nd, 2021.
God, everything's coming out in March.
So we're here to kick things off with this year. So we've created 2 mascots for this anniversary, like a cute one and a really cool one. And this one's like super cute, right? So the one on the right is Raccoon-kun, or Raccoon. He is the mascot of Raccoon City.
Cute.
Now we have one more thing to show you, and that's this right here. Wow, look at it. That's like all the characters. So many characters I remember from the Resident Evil series.
Yeah.
Man, it's been forever since this came out. 25 years is a long time, right? Like, back then I was still a student when it came out, and like Nike Air Maxes and stuff were out, beepers and whatnot. So,
fucking
I'd like to take
murder!
this opportunity to thank each one of you. The reason why we're able to continue this series is because of all of you, of our fans. And I hope you enjoyed what we showed you today. And we have plenty more information to share with you soon, so please look forward to it.
Looks good, guys. I'm excited. I'm more excited than originally.
That's
So
all the news from the 2 of us today.
come on, Monster Hunter!
So everybody was really surprised to see that character in the middle of that big, large picture they had a second ago. So next year looks to be an excited one. And do you have one final message before you guys go and head off? So let's start with you, Takano-san. Or so Kanda-san, sorry. So we can only give you a little bit of information about this game right now, but we want you to know that the entire staff for Resident Evil Village is doing our best to create the best survival horror Resident Evil game for you guys to play. So we'll do our best to keep making it a sort of Resident Evil that is what everybody wants and is the sort of thing that everybody can have a lot of fun with. So please stay tuned for more information.
It sounds like it's going to be a lot like 7, and that's my favourite so far, so I think I'm really going to enjoy Village.
So we hope you look forward to more information about Resident Evil Village and the 25th year anniversary of Resident Evil. So that was all the information we have for you about Resident Evil today, but we hope you enjoyed it. Did everybody have fun?
Yay! It was good.
That Papa, the character, was in the center of that big picture every foray. I was really surprised to see him there. So
Daddy.
Next, we have some information for you on Monster Hunter.
Yeah! Come on!
So stay tuned.
I ain't going nowhere.
5 years, wow.
I feel like death, because
Anyway,
I'm
it looks like
sick,
our
but I
preparations
ain't going
are ready,
nowhere.
So now we're going to move on to talk about Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories 2, which were announced just last week. So here to tell you about them are Monster Hunter Rise producer Tsujimoto Ryozo and the director Ichinose Yasunori. So could you introduce yourselves? I'm the producer Tsujimoto, and I am the director Ichinose.
I love those
it's like they're
shirts!
still warming up, so
I would totally wear them.
Sorry. So I could sense the excitement building up the moment you two arrived. There was all these really interesting and fun comments. People super excited to see this. So what sort of information do you have for us today? So we showed you a Monster Hunter Rise promotional video the other day.
Yeah. We don't need it again. Give us new stuff.
This is one that actually is slightly different. We've updated the gameplay footage in it. So this is the TGS2020 edition of it.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I hope you enjoy.
Updated footage, yeah, let's go! It looks the same so far. I'm so looking forward to having a rideable hound! So many people saying they're gonna call their Palamute Rapide, which makes sense because he legit looks like Rapide, so just needs a pipe in his mouth and that's it. So far, this is definitely the same. I'm not seeing any new bits. Whether there's going to be a new bit right at the end, I don't know. Where's my drag meter? They look so alike. They have the same hairdresser. I love the design of this bird monster. It's so cool. I think this is my favourite new monster revealed so far because it reminds me of is it the third Kung Fu Panda movie or is it the second? The one with the crane type character in it. And I really like Kung Fu Panda, so... Because I say skadoosh in my commentary when I'm... Oh, here we go! Wow! Nice! Yeah! What was that? Okay, wow, fat cat thing. I don't know what that is. More bird gameplay. Hammer. A wire bug. Oh yeah, that looks sick. Oh, nice. A very small extra bit of gameplay. I'll have to rewatch that at some point because I missed a few things. Waifus! I haven't pre-ordered anything yet because I don't know what version I want to get. I want to get the Amiibo, but I'm not sure if I want the limited edition at the moment, because I'm mainly interested in the Amiibos. I would have been more interested if it was an art book and steelbook, but there isn't, so...
Wow. That was... Looking at those comments, that was really fun. So, as you could see, there was some new gameplay footage in there. We'll tell you a little bit more about these new elements a little bit later.
We're always getting honey dicks.
Like, wow, this is super Japanese, right? I guess we're gonna be able to expect a lot of fun elements like that in the next game.
Whipping around with the wire bug is gonna be sick.
Monster Hunter Rise is the latest game in the Monster Hunter series. Could you tell us what it's about? So our main focus on Monster Hunter Rise is making use of the portability of the Nintendo Switch, which allows you to pick up and play the game at any time. This game is about being able to play wherever you want, whenever you want, with anyone you want. So, as we also explained during the announcement footage the other day, the Rise in the title refers to the freedom of movement the player has, which allows you to jump and climb around the environments as much as you want.
Which I'm really looking forward to. Versatility, baby!
The title with kind of a sense of excitement to players across the world while they're exploring the game. We hope that players really enjoy that sort of stuff. So, Ichinose and I will tell you what kind of game Monster Hunter Rise is going to be and what kind of features it's going to have. So let's start with the most important
the wire bug.
The new player actions. This game has all these kind of really exciting movement-based actions that are in the game. So the game allows you to scale cliffs and like kind of elevated platforms, and to use the wire bug to do all sorts of really interesting things, like move across, to run across walls and everything. Here's going to be a video showing the wire bug.
I wonder if you can use it as much as you want, or if it has like some kind of cooldown, like especially in combat.
So this is some more actions that uses the wire bug to traverse the environment. This lets you do all sorts of really interesting things, like scaling steep cliffs and to reach high places, moving very quickly. It also can be combined with your weapon for a variety of spectacular attacks.
I can see you trying to like escape a monster with a monster chasing you, having to scale cliffs, like.
So you can use the wire bug to do actions like wall running, to overcome obstacles like they're nothing, and to bring kind of an exciting new dynamic to the combat as well. As you can see, there's cool combo attacks you can use.
Oh, that's
to make
sick.
a much more fun experience.
That move is cool with SNS. I like that. Spin to win with the wire bug.
Traverse and kind of give you a lot more mobility in the game, right? And so we really hope that people are excited to see more information about this. So we are talking a little bit about the there's a new area in the game as well, sort of a central kind of place that you guys base off. And so after your quest, you'll head back over there.
Shrine Ruins.
We're going to talk about, in the trailer, we showed off a new locale called the Shrine Ruins. We'll be able to show you some more live gameplay of this area during Capcom TGS Live 2020 on September 2020, if that's tomorrow. We're going to have some gameplay footage. We're going to be playing it on the stream for you, so definitely put that down on your agenda so you can listen to more. You'll be able to hear a lot more about that.
I wonder if that starts the same time it started today.
To catch the stream on September 26th. Man, there's so much more stuff that you've added to this game. Next, we'd like you to tell us a little bit more about the new buddy, the canine.
Palamute.
So you can watch this new video. So this is a new type of buddy called the canine. They actively coordinate attacks with the player, and you can even ride on their backs.
Some more gameplay of running around on the back as well.
So they're very invaluable allies in combat. So while riding a canine, your hunter's stamina doesn't really decrease. So you're able to run across each area to your heart's content.
I'm guessing that's supposed to be doesn't decrease, not doesn't really decrease, because that's not the same thing.
While you're riding a canine also, you can use some items and perform some items, like you can recover your health and things like that.
Yeah, so it's exactly like the rideable mount in World then, which is cool.
So Monster Hunter is a multiplayer game, but in
quality of life, we like to see it.
You're able to bring up to 2 buddies along on your quests, kind of any combination that you want. So you can like have a canine and one other thing as well. So
cool.
And they can be 2 of the same type as well. So it can be 2 canines. It can be a canine and like a paladin or something like that. So, you know, if you like dogs, you can definitely go with the dog version. If you like cats, you can go with the cat version.
We can have one of each.
So in single player, you can bring 2 with you, but in multiplayer, each hunter only gets to bring 1 buddy with them. So you can kind of like pick the one that, you know, really fits you. So I'm really excited to see how these buddies will kind of affect the gameplay.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it could be chaotic.
We can't talk about Monster Hunter without mentioning the monsters. Do you have any new monsters in store for us? Can you tell us about them? So Monster Hunter Rise has lots of new monsters. So in the trailer, we showed off a few of them, including the new flagship monster Magnamalo, which you'll see here.
He is so badass looking. I really love his design. Probably based on the Zenoga skeleton.
So we can't give you all the information about Magnamalo yet.
Of course not.
Let me just show you this picture. It's still a long way into the release, so, you know.
More to come. We're gonna get drip thread out, sprinkling.
So we'll give you more information as we go. But
news.
For right now, we'd like you all to know that it's a fearsome, fanged with burn, with a strong air of menace about it. It's really just scary. It's got
Look at his
very
claws.
Modes of movement. So, sorry, you're going to have to wait for more information about that, but we hope everybody will look forward to finding out.
I love this bird.
Next up, we have Aknosum, a kind of very kind of peculiar looking bird wyvern that looks kind of like a parasol. It's fiercely territorial, however, and once it detects any intruders, it spreads its wings, trying to intimidate its prey by expanding kind of a crest within that has an eyeball-like pattern on it.
It's really cool. Really cool. I like it a lot.
So next up. So this one is called the Great Izuchi. It is a bird wyvern that kind of attacks with its tail, which has evolved into a very unique shape, this sort of scythe-like shape. So the Great Izuchi forms packs with others like it, with other smaller Izuchi.
The blade on its tail is so sick.
Control its territory with some elite members of its pack by its side.
Yeah,
so once they spot their prey, they'll attack in unison. So you have to kind of stay on your toes and be aware of the entire pack when they're coming to attack you.
It's similar to the other greats in the series, Great Jaggi, etc.
Next, we have this
Tetranodon
monster called Tetranodon, who's an amphibious monster that's
big boy,
big
belly boy.
He's extremely gluttonous, and it'll swallow anything that moves, including the ground that it's standing on.
He looks gluttonous as all hell. Look at that belly.
So
slap it and it jiggles for days.
Swell and it kind of gets slower, but then its attacks also become heavier and more destructive.
Reminds me of Zamtrios and also Great Jaguars.
We have definitely several more monsters to talk about.
What?
And we also have a lot of monsters that you know and love from the Monster Hunter series.
Are you going to reveal them today, or are you going to be like, but that comes later?
In Monster Hunter Rise, but we can't talk about them just now, so please keep an eye out for more information.
Honey dicks.
So, we talked a little bit about the new base that you start off in Monster Hunter Rise. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? So the base of your new hunting life is called Kamara Village, which is
strong Portal 3rd HD vibes.
Very Japanese-looking village, right? It's got all the conveniences you need, like a smithy facilities and other really interesting buildings to explore. There's also a lot of colorful characters in this village who will be supporting the hunters as they explore this world. So the trailer also made something called the Rampage. It's really important to the story, so we can't quite reveal anything about that just yet. But this is a completely new gameplay element that we're working on, so please look forward to more information in the future.
Cool. I think Stories is going to have a very small section.
We showed you this new PV as well. But that's about all we can talk about today, though we do have a slightly different trailer that we've made just for this occasion. Oh, sorry, you showed us a slightly different trailer just for this occasion, so could you tell us a little bit more about the new scenes you added?
Yeah, the Palamute riding, the lance combat.
So, firstly, we showed off some new actions for the lance, the hammer, the light bowgun, and the longsword.
Wow, that's so cool. The Wirebug is such a good addition.
Wirebug. There are also some really interesting new aerial attacks using large barrel bombs. So, So we also have new actions and new abilities for the Palicos and a guarding parasol, I think, for a canine.
Yeah, I saw the screenshots of that.
There was even a glimpse of a small monster with a very unique kind of face that you'll run into the shrine ruins. Kind of like a tanuki, a raccoon dog. We also showed kind of like a bug-like monster as well. But we'll tell you more about those at a later date. Wow, I mean, it sounds like there's a lot more really cool information to be waiting for, so we'll keep an eye out for it.
Definitely, definitely. More tomorrow.
As I mentioned before, we will premiere some live gameplay at Capcom TGS Live 2020 on September 26th at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we hope you tune in again tomorrow.
Right, so that's 2 p.m. UK time again.
So now that we know a little bit more about the game itself, can you tell us what we should expect at launch? Well, first off, Monster Hunter Rise's release date will be Friday, March 26th, 2021. It will be released simultaneously worldwide. We will, of course, have both a physical version and a digital version, so you can pick whichever you like. We also have a version of Monster Hunter Rise called Deluxe Edition that has a bundle of recommended DLC, including the Kamurai Layered Armor set. For more information about this, please visit our official website. Are there any bonus things that we can accept? A pre-order bonus that we can think of?
The layered costumes, which look so cute.
How cute those guys look like. So we don't have that many of these. Supply will be limited. But all versions will include a Palamute and a Palaku, and some special layered armor. So your Palamute will get a Retriever costume layered armor, and your Palaku will get a Forest Cat layered out. And God, look how delightfully cute that is.
The Amiibo looks so cool as well.
So we also have 3 Monster Hunter Rise Amiibos that will be released on the same as the game. Magnamala, a Palamute, and a Palaco. These Amiibo unlock special layered armors in the game, so we hope you check them out.
There's been some silhouettes released of them on Twitter.
And last but not least,
the layered armors.
We did mention Monster Hunter Stories 2 the other week as well, so we have some cool crossover content for that as well. So look forward to more information on that at a later date. So pre-orders for the digital version have already gone live. And pre-orders for the physical version started today, September 25th. So please consider pre-ordering. We'd very much appreciate it.
Right, I guess I'll be on that then.
So everything we talked about today will be put up on the official website as well.
I want physical, please. So I like my boxes.
Don't forget to check that for more information. So I think that about finishes everything for today. Monster Hunter Rise comes out on March 26, 2021. Are there any final words you have for our viewers about this game? So, since Monster Hunter Rise was announced the other day, we've received a lot of positive fan feedback, which has made us really happy. Thank you very much. So
not surprised, it looks awesome.
Hard on completing this completely new hunting experience. So please look forward to it and to more information about our game. So we'll keep bringing you the latest info on Monster Hunter Rise in the future, but we will definitely have a lot more to talk about before March 2021. So we've only revealed a tiny bit of information thus far, so we hope you look forward to finding about all the more information we have coming up.
Yes, I'm looking forward to tomorrow and seeing some gameplay.
Make sure to follow the official line and Twitter and other SNS accounts for Monster Hunter. We will continue to add more information as time goes on. So that's all from Mr. Ichinose. Thank you very much for joining us today. Oh. So there are probably going to be some viewers who are like, oh man, those buddies are too cute to ride. So next, Mr. Shujimoto is going to share some more information on Monster Hunter Stories 2 with us.
Yes, 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 yes.
So at the same time as Monster Hunter Rise, we released some information. We announced Monster Hunter Stories 2. So I have some more details for you, but please take a look at the trailer.
Okay, so I'm seeing this for the 3rd time now, which I'm super, super hyped for. Does anyone actually care that the Rathalos are disappearing? Let me know in the comments. Aw, poor Rathalos. Rip! Rip Rathalos. There's some debate on whether the Rathalos we see in this trailer is actually Ratha, because the scar has moved and he's got an eye there. The comments about why would he be large when he's a monster, to me, is like if he's lost his rider and he's been left to live in the wild, then maybe he would grow to a larger size, no longer being a monster. But the scar has moved and the eye is a thing, so it's like, is that actually Ratha? Or what, you know? Show us some new monsters, please. Anjanath, looking amazing. And we don't have a date for this yet.
Man, that character design was awesome. That was such an exciting trailer. So the genre of this game is actually an RPG, not an action game.
Yeah.
So just like an RPG game, it'll have all the things that you'll expect. So you'll become a
rider.
Monster hunter. Obviously you're going to be a monster hunter, but you're going to forge bonds with monsters, raise them, become a monster rider, and travel to all kinds of places. So, moving on. So, Rathalos have mysteriously disappeared from the world of Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin. The protagonist, a descendant of the legendary rider Red, meets a Wavirian girl who has been entrusted with a mysterious egg.
Descendant.
The two set out on an epic tale surrounding the Wings of Ruin. Now, of course, you'll be able to adventure with many of your favorite monsters from the Monster Hunter series, but you'll also experience a narrative deeply rooted in the bonds between rider and monster worthy of the story's name. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about some of the characters in the game? It's still a little bit too early to talk about most of it, but I think I can tell you a few things. So first, look at this slide.
Great Monster Rider is red, which you'll be able to pick male or female, I reckon.
So some people might think this is the protagonist, but this is actually not the protagonist. This is a character named Red.
Oh.
A legendary monster rider. So please check a look at the thing in the palm of his hand. This is called a Kinship Stone. And it's used by riders to deepen their bond with monsters.
He's not the protagonist?
So the bonded monsters are called Monsties.
Monsties!
So you can ride them, of course, but it's said that there are Monsties with other hidden abilities as well, and you can kind of collect and find them as you go. So this is Red's partner, a Rathalos monster. So Red and his Wrath are key to the story, and they're some of the first to notice that the world has changed, or is changing. And the protagonist is Red's grandchild.
Right, okay.
The protagonist is also a monster hunter like Red, but they're only a beginner. They may be a rider, but they use similar weapons to hunters and can fight monsters. You'll be able to customize their their details, so you can change their name and customize their appearance and do all sorts of interesting
Male,
things
female.
like that.
Woo!
So this hasn't been announced yet, the next thing we're talking about.
Look at the character designs!
But these are all different things that your characters look like. These are all characters that you can design.
Hang on, what's that weapon that the girl on the right in the Raytheon armor is wearing? That looks like maybe
about the weapons in the game.
It's not a switch axe,
is
is it?
The great sword, the hammer, and the sword and shield. We plan to add 2 more weapons from the Monster Hunter series.
Switch axe, maybe? That looks like a switch axe to me.
So now I'd like to introduce you to another character.
Waifu!
So this girl is a Wyverian named Enna. So in the Monster Hunter universe, there is a race that's different from humans called the Wyverians. Some of their unique traits is their exceptionally long lifespans.
Sad we don't get all weapons, but I'll take 2 additional ones.
So right now you're probably wondering why has this girl Enna been entrusted with an egg by Ratha, but we can't reveal that yet, obviously. Meeting her is the event that kind of sets the... So meeting her is the event that kind of sets the protagonist's adventure in motion. And meeting her is sort of the key that sort of sets your adventure and sets you on your quest to find the Wings of Ruin. So I'm really excited to see what sort of story is waiting for us. So can you tell us a little bit more about this? The game release. So the game release is going to be in summer of 2021.
No date though.
So,
I need it. I need the date.
A game that not just Monster Hunter fans, but all RPG fans can enjoy.
This is why you need to check out Monster Hunter Stories, the first one, if you haven't, guys. It's great.
Some aspects of the game tie into Monster Hunter Rise, so some things in Monster Hunter Rise will tie into Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin. So please look forward to more information on that. Wow, look, I think that's all the time we have today.
Damn it! I was hoping for some new monsters revealed.
Information on the official website, so you can check there for more information. So do you have anything to say to the viewers in closing, Mr. Tsujimoto? So today we introduced 2 games, Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin. So we're putting out updates via the official website, as well as on our Twitter and other official SNS accounts. So please, don't forget to keep an eye on those. Also at Capcom TGS Live 2020 tomorrow, we will also have more information for you as well, including a live, we will be playing the game for you live as well. So thank you. I hope everyone's excited for Monster Hunter Rise and Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin. I'm Mr. Tsujimoto. Thank you for your presentation.
Hell yes.
So, and that is all of the titles that we're introducing today. But we do have a number of special announcements from Capcom. So a huge sale line of Capcom titles are now up to 86% off. Several Resident Evil titles, including Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 7, and others, are currently on sale.
Monster Hunter double cross, guys, get on it.
Played Resident Evil 7 yet? Now is the chance to play before Resident Evil Village arrives. Also, Monster Hunter, I believe, Generations Ultimate on Nintendo Switch is now on sale. How about picking it up to play with friends while looking forward to the arrival of Monster Hunter Rise?
I wonder how much that's really on sale for then.
Titles as well, such as Okami from our older past titles. So please keep an eye out for more information on them. Now, next up, we have some information on the Capcom TGS Live 2020 live stream. It starts at 9 p.m. From 12 p.m. for just 2 days on September 26th and September 27th. You can tune in for additional info on the 3 titles to feature today, along with the Devil May Cry Special Edition and announced Street Fighter V Champion Edition. Now, lastly, we have, after the end of the stream today, we have the Street Fighter League Pro JP 2020 tournament first leg, which will be starting on Esports X at 11 p.m. Japan Standard Time today. Topped up with international top players such as the legendary player Umehara and the Todai graduate Tokido. The strongest players will gather to form a dream team.
Good luck, people. Not my thing, but
really awesome stuff. wow, that was such a really packed broadcast we had today. We hope everybody really enjoyed it, and that brings an end to our program tonight. For everybody watching today, thank you very much. Goodbye, and we hope to see you again tomorrow.
So little bits of stuff revealed there. What's the chat doing? The chat is going wild.
引き続きこの後23時よりマウスコンピューターの番組が始まります。東京ゲームショウ2020オンライン引き続きお楽しみください。
And there we have it, guys. It is finished. So, what are your thoughts and opinions on what's been revealed, guys? That was certainly very interesting. We had some new stuff revealed there. I'm kind of disappointed. I was expecting the Monster Hunter Stories segment to be shorter than the Monster Hunter Rise segment, if I'm being honest. I kind of hoped we had more revealed in terms of, like, new monsters, but at least we've been told there's 2 new weapons. To me, it looked like one of them was a switch axe, but it was kind of hard to tell because I'm not, like, au fait with every single switch axe design, but it looked like a switch axe to me. Who knows? I'm hoping the other one is bow, but I feel like it's not going to be bow. What do you guys think? What do you guys think the 2 new weapons are going to be in Monster Hunter Stories? Let me know. Oh, let's cancel this for now and just pause. Just pause that. But yeah, like, very, very interesting. Tomorrow it looks like a big slot window. I don't know if I'm going to watch it live and react to it because it looks like it's like a 4-hour window, which obviously if I'm supposed to be streaming, that's really going to delay my stream, and I'm feeling ill as it is, so I'm kind of like thinking that maybe I should prioritize going live and then just like try and react to the bits I want to react to after my stream. But I don't know, I'll figure something out because I'm feeling really rough now actually after sitting and reacting to this. I feel like I'm really, really tired. But yeah, Monster Hunter Rise using the wire bug to move around looks really, really fun. I'm liking the wire bug mechanics, and I'm super excited. Monster Hunter Stories too. I wish there was more revealed. I hope we get tomorrow a bigger portion of Stories 2 revealed and some new monsters and stuff. But the gameplay is going to be tomorrow. It says an in-game demo tomorrow for Rise. They didn't say an in-game demo or anything for Stories 2 though. So I'm just hoping that we have like at least some like art or screenshots of some new stuff and things like that. But I'll definitely be watching it regardless. Whether I'm watching it live or not, I don't know. But I've really enjoyed sitting and watching this. I'm more excited for Resident Evil Village now than originally as well. It looks really, really fun. Rise looks amazing. Stories 2 looks amazing. What did you guys enjoy the most about the reveals today? Were you disappointed with the reveals? Were you hoping for more? Because it was a small little nugget, wasn't it? A small starter, a small sampler of content. It wasn't really loads revealed, but I'm still glad I watched it live because I definitely would have got spoiled if I was streaming. But anyways, guys, I'm going to head off because I'm knackered and I'm sick. So I don't know if I'm going to go live today. I'll see how I feel after I get this video up. But I hope to see you guys in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Take it easy and I shall see you next time, guys. Bye-bye!